Whoa, we're back, but not only are we back, they are back. Audience, welcome back. It's been a while.
It's good to hear them again. How's everybody doing? Good? All right. Okay, all right. You're quieting down.
Good. All right, great. Mr. Ramelis.
Thank you, folks.
Mr. Ramelis, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mr. Sir. How are you?
We have officially reached adulthood, first of all.
Whoa.
As our show is 18th episode.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But,
that's great.
But, not only is that a milestone, I haven't even told executive producer Mr. Kalenich this yet.
Oh.
I just was checking YouTube. Now, this is only YouTube, not SoundCloud, so
All
there's
right.
other. We've actually surpassed 2,000 views for all our shows.
Whoa! That is intense.
Right?
2,000 views.
Only 1,000 of those is me. So, it's pretty impressive.
Well, the other 1,000 is me, but
2,000 though. That's a lot
huge,
of clicks,
yeah.
right?
That's
I thought
enormous.
I just noticed that this morning. That
Not only are we
pretty impressive.
officially adults in the eyes of the episode law,
Right.
By being 18, but we've also reached a new millennium.
Yeah,
That's
right?
incredible.
I mean,
Y2K, am I right?
And can I,
Technical 2K.
yeah, that's
The old millennium switcheroo.
great. So,
All right.
I guess we're done with that. What we got, this is one of those right before a holiday. It's like Holy Thursday today, and
Yes.
Good Friday, and
Yeah, it's a
Easter
big-
Sunday, and Saturday's probably something holy too. Holy
Big,
Saturday.
yeah, big holiday weekend
lot of
all
stuff
around.
going on there.
So I'm excited. Do you have any plans with the family, or are you just gonna
No, we don't
sit
do
in the
anything.
dark? Yeah,
we
we
don't
sit in the dark, like
we don't do anything on Easter.
just ignore. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Okay.
We'll get into Easter talk in a few minutes.
Oh, great! Can't wait. I love our holiday talks.
Right? It's a nice,
Yeah.
small holiday talk.
Nice little send away.
Well, now we need to address. We teased this last episode. We actually addressed it today on Eagle Eye News. Can I just say, we get a lot of flack for tacky self-promotion,
Yes.
which we absolutely do at TD Eagle Eye Radio on Twitter. But
Don't forget to check us out on SoundCloud by looking for Let's Get Technical. Go ahead.
But can I just say, we
Yep.
are on our 18th episode,
We are.
and that was the first time we've gone on TV on the news to promote. We didn't promote our show, but that was the first. I mean, if we were
That's
sacky
true, yeah.
self-promotionists,
That's true.
we would be on all the time.
I mean, we would only have like 3 billboards instead of the 5 that we put
Right,
up
exactly.
across Devon.
Well,
so
but,
yeah.
But I mean, just in terms of
No, in all seriousness, yeah. I would say, and
1 out of 18.
essentially, this is like somebody saying, "I'm so humble." Right? It's kind of like
Right.
it's kind of like a paradox. Like, look how humble I am. Oh, I'm wonderful. But anyway.
Speaking of paradoxes,
Oh.
nah,
Wow.
can't make that work.
I don't
Never
have
mind.
a pair of socks for you. What, you forgot your...
Oh, yeah. No, I got the shoes. No socks and shoes
Where's
today.
that boo button for that joke?
No. Okay.
Anyway.
So the GeoGuessr contest
Big news.
is in full effect here.
Oh, man.
I've had people sign up outside my door already.
Oh.
And we just announced it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And folks, if you're not familiar with this, if you didn't check out Thursday's Eagle Eye News broadcast, we are holding, sponsored by Technical Difficulties, a GeoGuessr competition. If you don't know what GeoGuessr is, it is the greatest game on the face of the earth. What you do is you go on to a...
It's not quite Fortnite, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Fortnite promotes, I don't know,
Right.
promotes violence.
This is a school,
and-
right? I mean,
yeah.
so in terms of the educational world,
Exactly.
greatest. Okay.
Absolutely. What you do is you go on to a format. I think it's run by Google, and it uses Google Maps, though, and you basically get put into a random Google Street View at some random place in the world. It could be Russia, it could be Brazil, it could be sub-Saharan Africa, and it doesn't matter where you are. And you have to sort of like navigate yourself around, and you have to find out where in the world am I by using road signs. What does the landscape look like? What do the cars look like? All that good stuff.
Language,
Yeah.
like you said, climate, terrain, all those kind of things. And then essentially you take a guess.
Yep.
And depending on how close you are, you
plot it
on
on the
a map.
map.
They give you a
Yep.
little map, and you, depending on how many miles off you are, you get assessed a value. And there's basically 5 rounds.
Yep.
And
Total
they
point
add total
value,
points. So we're looking to do one of 2 things. It depends on how many teams we have signed up. We're looking for teams of 2.
Yep.
If you haven't heard. And if we get enough, we may do a bracket style. I mean, it is March Madness. Technically, it's still March Madness.
Yep. And
Final Four's coming.
Until
and
Sunday, yep.
So, well, we'll extend it, technical madness, into April.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That almost sounded like it came from you instead of the app that you
Yeah, I
just
know.
used.
Wow. Sorry, that just played on my phone randomly. It was pretty
really,
good.
really good.
Yeah.
So we may do a bracket. If not, we may just take the top 2 teams. But here's what the most exciting part is. Not only is it a friendly competition
Yeah.
to promote No, it's just a friendly competition.
And
But
friendship.
friendship, yeah, you make friends.
Nice. Yeah,
You could
E.T.,
kinda
like
make enemy-
Elliot.
You make
you know.
enemies sometimes too.
Did I just make an E.T. reference? Yeah, 1980s movies. That always works well with the kids who were born in 2001.
Great.
Anyway,
If you win, now this is open to students especially, but even faculty. If you guys want to play, we don't discriminate.
we know Mr. Kalenich, our executive producer, is interested in getting in on this.
Well, now you just called him out, so he's going to have to.
Right. He
The
expressed
winning,
nothing of the sort.
The winning team of the bracket or the top two, depending on what we do, will get a technical difficulties paid for breakfast from Dunkin' Donuts.
I like how you recovered that. The technical difficulties breakfast that we
Paid
paid
for.
for with value papers from the U.S. government.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So a free breakfast is essentially your ultimate prize.
Right.
If you participate, you've probably seen them around a little bit. There's technical difficulties, exclusive technical difficulties magnets that every participating team will get.
Can I stop you for a
You
second?
Stop me.
I really want to express how exclusive these magnets are.
Literally nowhere else in the world can you get them except from my or your hands.
That's right. And if you don't believe us, join the contest.
There you go.
And you'll get one.
Now, that winning team will then have the opportunity to go against whoa.
Mr. Rora and Zramelis.
or Mr. Ramelis and myself, just because we automatically get to be in the championship because it's our contest. And not that we're that great at it. I mean, it's not one of those games where it's like kind of rigged, like, oh, of course we're going to win. It's really
Well,
not.
As I said on the news today,
Yeah.
we were playing, was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
And we're like, yeah, let's just do it for funsies. And funsies, I don't know what that.
Please continue. And
We were doing that for some fun, and I was insistent that okay, we got to be in Baja California, the western coast, a little strip of land west coast of Mexico, and it was actually Brazil.
Yeah.
So that was embarrassing.
Yeah,
we
we were
got
up.
8 points out of a possible 10,000 or something. 5,000.
Yeah, we were thousands of miles off, and that happens. It happens. Sometimes you
Yeah.
get stuck in, so it's not one of those things where this is. I don't want you to think we might as well not play because we can't win because you never know. It's
Right.
absolutely. I had a couple students playing last period. One student was within 10 miles of a location, and he was in. I want to say it was. Might have been the Ukraine or something. It was. I don't know. It was
Wow.
great. He got over 4,700 points, I believe.
Wow. But I will do some bragging for
please.
our teamsmanship. What's the?
We're just making up words today, but let's
Yep.
go.
I will say how good we've been at times too. One time we did
Oh.
last week we nailed it like 300 yards
Yeah.
away in North
Yards.
Florida.
Yards away. Anywhere in the world we could have
Yards.
been. Yards away.
I mean, when it says,
Well,
okay. But we also got downtown Manila, which is in the Philippines, folks. So it's definitely a challenge to come up against us, but we could really blow it big time.
So here's what we need you to do. We need you to go to outside room 191 or 130, sign up so we know how many
That's
teams we're
Mr.
talking about.
Ramelis's or Mr. Zura's room. by the way.
Correct. Yep. Yep. And this weekend, maybe while you're waiting for the Easter ham to finish cooking, you could play. You could pull it up. It's an app on your phone. Play on a computer. Get the family involved. Practice. And
Practice is actually really important because
It's
you
not-
don't want
yeah.
to be stumbling like, how do I play this? When you're
Yeah,
playing.
and all next week, we'll give you an opportunity to come by our rooms. It'll take about 15 minutes total for you to play your game, play your round with your partner, and we'll keep track of the scores, and we'll kind of, through Twitter and through the Jonathan Law Advocate, and we'll kind of let people know the results, and we'll let you know what's going on. And again, everybody gets a magnet for participating. Winning group gets free breakfast. And a possible, I didn't finish. If you go up against us in that sort of championship round and you end up winning, you will have a spot on one of our segments here on
the
this
grand
show.
prize.
The grand
Wow.
prize
Wow.
is to be on Law's most listened to podcast.
That's probably the biggest honor that could be accorded a person.
Law's only podcast?
Law's only podcast,
Oh.
meaning the most listened to and the least listened to simultaneously.
That's impressive in itself.
The dual nature of it is just outrageous.
What a
so
show.
folks,
What a show.
Sign up, practice, and
How do you find it? It's GeoGuessr. Just spell it like you think it's spelled, and it'll show up even though they actually spell it kind of weird.
yeah,
the
well,
real
I don't know
game.
why they just take the
Well, I
E
think it's
out.
like a
so silly.
copyright thing. I don't know. Just Google Geo, like GEO, Guesser, and it'll come up single player, play around. We'll give you the specific details when you come to our rooms to play. There's going to be a time limit because, again, theoretically, you could walk around Google Maps forever. I mean, so we,
So you
we're
find a sign that says
Says, yeah.
"Welcome to
Yeah.
Monaco." or
So
whatever.
yeah, so we'll let you know on that. But get ready. We've already had people sign up, like I said. So spots are filling up quick. In light of the holiday season, we thought today we'd just kind of do a nice, light, quick episode, just touch on a few things. There's one relevant technical inbox to the upcoming days, so I thought we'd address that. I
That's
know
right.
this is something that I had mentioned to you, and you had expressed interest
So-
in answering this one. So, go ahead.
Oh, no, please.
So the inbox, it was really simple. It just said, "Dear Technical Difficulties, what's the deal with April Fools? Why is that a thing?"
Thank you.
Signed, law student.
Yes, that's a very, very eloquently worded letter.
Right to the point. That's what I like.
Oh, excellent. And let me just say that in addition to this Sunday being Easter, it is also April Fool's Day.
Classic.
Classic. So, the old whoopee cushion gag, or, hey, would you like some peanut brittle? And wah!
Did you ever get really nailed with an April Fool's joke that you could recall, like some
No, not
friends
as a
or
teacher.
Not as a teacher. No, just
teacher.
back in your
No.
young days.
In my young days, yeah,
Siblings
somebody
or
threw a
friends?
rock at me, but that was less of a joke and much more of just kind of.
But hey, listen, if it happens on April 1st, though, it's all April Fools.
fair game, I guess. I don't think so. So anyway,
You're okay.
I'm fine.
Is that what
yeah.
that scar is on the back of your head?
Yeah, well, thanks for bringing it up. The deal with April Fools, ladies and gentlemen, is not just like somebody said, the king of pranks said, we need a day for pranks. The deal with April Fools actually goes back to the ancient Romans. Now,
Oh.
yes, I'm going to give you some brief history. Do we have a phone call? Wait. Oh, that's another room.
Is it really?
I don't know. Go get it, Mr.
I'm gonna
Zura.
go answer
Yeah,
it
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Mr. Zura is walking to the phone. We're going to see.
Hello, TV studio.
No.
Oh, you're interrupting a live taping of
Oh.
Technical Difficulties.
Wow, he's being really rude to them.
Yeah, well, please don't ever do that again.
This is great.
Yeah, this is Law's most listened to podcast.
Oh, okay.
So,
Telling him off.
yeah. All right, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Bye.
Being really rude. Okay. And Mr. Zura is returning now
Unbelievable. Sorry
to
about
the
that,
table.
folks.
Oh, that's all right. Welcome back. Who was that?
No, there was nobody on the phone.
Oh, okay. You were just. I just told the whole audience you were being really rude to whoever called.
Oh, no, there was nobody. Just selfless promotion. Anyway.
Excellent. So the deal with April Fools is this. Listen. The sun is an important thing. Yes.
The sun. Oh, like the
Yes.
the celestial object.
Correct.
The sun, yeah. Butchered that
It
word.
governs night, it governs day, right? So naturally, the ancients have always used some sort of celestial body to govern their calendar. Now, the old Roman Julian calendar, named for Julius Caesar, is what the Romans used,
too,
right?
Brute.
But they didn't specifically base it off of the movement of the sun, or now we know that the sun doesn't move, but they about the patterns of sunlight.
Right.
In the early Middle Ages, from the Catholic Church, actually, Pope Gregory came up with this idea that, listen, we got to have an accurate calendar. All right, and remember, like
That would help.
the Pope, yeah, in the Middle Ages was like the king of Europe, right? So he said, let's figure this out. So they made a whole new calendar, and this is called the Gregorian calendar, named after Gregory Gregorian.
Mr. Gian Gregorio?
No, not
Oh.
Mr. G, the English teacher.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pope
I'm sorry.
Gregory.
Oh, my fault.
Yes.
I stopped listening for a minute.
So this new Gregorian calendar is like far more accurate. It follows the patterns of the sun. So it was mandated, you shall follow the Gregorian calendar now. Well, you know what? A lot of people didn't want to give it up. They were used to the Julian calendar.
Sure.
So what do you think the Christians who adopted the Gregorian calendar used to call the old Julian calendar, folks? Well, I'm missing a key piece of information. The new year for the Julian calendar was April 1st. So when they would celebrate their new year on April 1st, the Christians would say, look at those April Fools. And they would play pranks on them and make fun of them and probably burn them alive and persecuted them the way it went.
Whoa.
No, well, this is the Middle Ages. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just like, ha, I got you with a whoopee cushion. It's
was
more
like-
like, get out of my town if you ever come back. We're going to,
Okay.
Hey, that's history, man.
Right, it is. That is a story that I didn't know all those details, but I was somewhat familiar with that. I did hear.
So anyway, that's why a rubber chicken and all that stuff came about.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There are also, again, there's actually some controversy over where April Fool's comes, although that's the most accepted actual. I mean, I think that's
Did you
the
look
most
this up?
likely thing. But there was a number of episodes ago. I forget what our context was, but we had referenced Geoffrey Chaucer in the Canterbury Tales. and I don't remember what that was in reference to.
That was.
It doesn't matter, but
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It wasn't April.
But
Fool's,
anyway,
though.
no, not at all. But however, supposedly in his one of the tales, the Nun's Priest's Tale,
I remember reading that.
there was apparently there's a reference to well, this is the controversy, the 32nd of March, which
Would be
April 1st. And so there was some talk that he actually, which again this is years after what you're talking about. Although I guess
No, it was the 1400s. Pope
okay,
Gregory was in the earlier than that.
Okay, so
I do
whatever.
believe. I don't know.
And there was some talk that some people just think it was a typo, and he meant the 32nd day after March was about
I
something.
bet it was satire for the
there
April
was,
Fools.
But there could have been there was some belief that possibly he kind of popularized it by writing about it in one of those tales. as
Oh,
well.
interesting. Very
So,
cool.
Thought that was interesting.
Very cool.
Woo! Well, that was that. Thank you for the submission to the technical inbox. And we don't want to be too long-winded today, although we're already getting there. Actually,
I'm out of breath.
oh well, you need to breathe. So let me. Oh,
I
do I
forgot.
need to give you?
I forgot
CPR?
exhaling.
CPR
is
right
part
now.
of the whole thing.
We just wanted to wrap up today's episode real quick. We got Easter coming. We did this for our Christmas episode.
Hippity hop.
Hippity hop. Hippity. Oh, like a bunny.
Yes.
Easter bunny.
Yes. Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, when you get, or if you had the option with those, like, you ever get like the big chocolate bunny for like, an Easter bunny leaves like the big one?
I only got rocks in my Easter basket when I was
You
little.
and rocks? You got a lot of issues with rocks.
It was tough.
You.
It was tough.
Okay, well, I don't know where to go with this conversation then. So sometimes you'll get a big chocolate
yes,
bunny.
yes, of
we
course.
just want to do a quick preference thing here, like we did for
I
our
love
Christmas
this.
one.
Yes.
Chocolate bunny, white chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate. No, you can't even think. That's ridiculous. There should be no thought for this.
Well,
We're trying to speed up the show, you understand?
all right. I won't make this difficult like the Christmas.
Oh my God!
discussion.
Well, don't even get me started. I can't.
All right. So the answer is preferably milk chocolate.
Of course.
Right?
There's there's all the other answers are wrong.
Now I cannot stand people who hate white chocolate.
Oh, white
it's
chocolate's fine.
delicious.
I just can't
But-
have more than like, if given one choice, the answer is dark chocolate's like the healthy chocolate. Come on, stop. Nobody really likes 99%.
No.
True
Oh,
chocolate.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true cocoa. Try it.
Yeah,
And
it's fine.
it burns my tongue. It's so bitter. It's
Right.
like, isn't it delicious?
I get that it's
No.
healthy, but you know
No.
what? If you're forced to pick one, you pick milk chocolate.
Right.
Done. Moving on.
And yep.
Even-
Not moving on just yet. I just want to share a little something.
Oh.
My dad was Greek, and the Greeks.
Great.
A lot of Greeks celebrate a different Easter than what my family did, right? So my dad grew up differently than my mom,
Okay.
doing the Greek Easter afterwards, the Orthodox Easter, right?
Yep.
So we got 2 Easters when I was younger. It
Whoa.
was pretty cool. But
Two sets of rocks.
but we got really good candy on Easter, right? But on my dad's
Oh,
on my
okay.
dad's Easter, the week after, we
Yep.
had the
That's when the rocks-
50 to 75% off candy. It was typically like
what was
coconut
left.
filled Reese's
Okay,
peanut butter.
gotcha. I see
It
where
was
you're going with that.
so I always associate, but I typically got a white chocolate bunny.
Okay.
Because I think my mom wanted to mix
Yeah,
it up.
change
and
it
I'm
up,
like,
right? It's
no,
just kind of looks
just
fun.
get it the
Right.
same.
Again, nothing wrong with the white chocolate, but
so, thanks,
just
Mom.
stop. Okay, another really even faster one than that. Big popular candy, I'll call it, for Easter are the marshmallow peeps.
Hate them.
Ditto.
Moving on.
Moving on.
They're garbage.
No, well, I mean, let's not. I'm not a fan of them. Some people love them. They'll shove like 45 of them in their mouth at once.
Yeah, and they love to put them in the microwave. And
Let
you
'em
know
rot.
what? Nope. No way.
I'm not
Also,
a fan.
what do chickens have to do with Easter?
here we go.
For that matter, what does a bunny have to do with Easter? But speaking of the bunny,
Speaking of the bunny,
Yes.
we both, for our Christmas episode, found that we actually left carrots out for the reindeer, which was a nice.
not only that,
childhood-
you used to throw food out the window.
No, my parents would scatter some of the carrot pieces in the front yard to
Despite all the people
simulate
in the world that could use food.
Reindeer
Yes,
having eaten them to make my Christmas spirit high.
Little Mr. Zera.
I think this. Nobody called me that then. I think this one's a lot easier, but I'm assuming that you probably partook in the tradition of leaving carrots for the Easter bunny?
He's a bunny, of course.
Right, that's what they eat.
That's the most associated thing, that bunny. But wouldn't it be weird if we gave carrots to the horses, but we left some oats out
For that, right?
the bunny? What a weird driveway, parkway, driveway.
Ooh, yeah, that's settled though. That's not a problem anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Last episode.
Perfect.
And I don't really have much more. Easter egg hunt, you do that, right? The plastic eggs with the.
Well, I don't do it anymore, especially because I live by myself. So it would be really interesting.
Oh, but you did that. You
The
did-
night before,
Yeah,
I get
hide
a
them on
bunch of
yourself
eggs
and
around
then
my
you-
house, and I wake up and I go, "Oh boy,
I wonder where they are.
where they? Oh, I found one. Look
Did
at
you,
that."
I'm assuming you had rocks in your eggs,
What are you talking about? Are you saying I had
in your,
a bad childhood
in
or
your,
something?
in your. I was just going with a theme of. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Listen, it's a extended weekend. Enjoy it. Have a happy Easter.
Yes.
And all the other whatever else is coming.
Don't forget to practice GeoGuessr over
That's
the
the most
weekend.
important.
It really is the most important thing. Spend time with your family, but spend time with GeoGuessr.
Well, you could spend time with your family while playing GeoGuessr.
Oh my! It could bring the whole family together.
It
unless
will.
it almost, unless nobody's interested.
Or they get
Family.
in a heated debate and
Yeah,
it ends
it's
up
like,
dividing them.
I
and
say
then-
it's Ukraine. I
There's
say
no way.
it's
It's clearly
Uganda.
and
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Well, I think
I
that's,
am exhausted.
Yeah, that's our show for today, Mr. Ramelis.
Yeah.
So
Sure is.
I opened the show, so why don't you close it for us?
Yeah. Well.
Great, thank you. So why don't you do that now?
Don't forget to check us out at TD Eagle Eye Radio. That's our Twitter handle. Also, you could check us out by finding us on SoundCloud by searching Let's Get Technical. I'm Mr. Ramelis.
I'm Mr. Zura.
We'll see you next time, folks. And welcome back, audience.